all of your favorite recipes. Simply Food.
You should know by now that you're in for a treat.
Simply Food.
There's no other channel where you'd rather be.
Simply Food. Seafood, pasta, cakes, and pies. Sing and laugh and even cry. Like and share and hit subscribe. Simply Food by TY.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Simply Food by TY. And look, now today, we're not gonna do something real traditional, okay? This not gonna be no Julia Child, Emma Lagasse, Gordon Ramsay recipe. It ain't all of that, okay? We're gonna make ourselves a real quick and simple cinnamon roll apple bake, okay? So you need to get yourself 2 cans of this leafy apple pie filling. Now, look, like I said, this is meant to be like if you know you got guests coming over to your house and it's around the holiday time and you want to have something nice and sweet, but something quick so that you're not slaving over the kitchen. This is the type of thing that you can have for breakfast or for brunch. It's really simple. It's really quick. It's inexpensive. And if you don't go running your mouth and telling them, they will have no idea that you did not make all of this completely from scratch. Okay? So once you get that in there, go ahead and spread those apples out a bit. Now, because we're using canned apples, you do want to add in just a few spices just to bring a little bit of life to it. And that will help, you know, kind of give that mimic feel of, oh, this is a freshly baked from scratch apple pie situation. You know what I mean? So we're going to add in just a little bit of allspice. I'm using about 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'm also going to add in my Nielsen Macy's vanilla bean paste. The vanilla will bring a little bit of brightness to it. We're not going to add any additional sugar to this recipe at all, okay? You definitely don't need help in the sugar department, which is great. So I'm just going to give that a little mix around. Now, I'm also going to be adding in some cinnamon here in a few moments as well. If you would like, you can also add in some nutmeg. That's completely fine. I would say be very light on the nutmeg if you're going to add the allspice, okay? So like I said, we're about to add in just a little bit of cinnamon, and again, you don't really need to add that much. It's literally just so that, you know, you can bring a little bit of life to it so that it will give off that aroma of a freshly baked apple pie in a sense, you know what I mean? So give that a mix around, go ahead and spread that back out, and then you're done with the apples. You don't have to do anything else to it, like at all. That's the best thing about it, unless you want to add in a little bit of butter. I ain't gonna tell nobody, okay? So go ahead and have your oven preheated at 350 degrees, because we almost in a home stretch, chat. So like I said, we're going to be using the cinnamon rolls. I'm using the Cinnabon flaky kind. You can go ahead and take those things of icing and just set it to the side. We'll deal with that momentarily. Once again, if you guys want to be, you know, mother or father of the year and do all of this from scratch, by all means. I will leave, pop up on the screen right here, my recipe to my homemade cinnamon rolls, but ain't nobody got time for all that, okay? So you're going to take these cinnamon rolls that are already made and you're just going to chop them up into 4s. Now, as you guys saw in the beginning of the clip, you noticed that I had 2 different types of cinnamon rolls. Now, the reason why I like to use the Cinnabon flaky ones as well as the orange cream one, I think is what it's called. I like the different in the texture and how they make the dough. And to me, that makes a little bit of a difference. And I also like having the orange icing, but kind of diluting it a little bit with the plain icing that comes with the plain Cinnabon one. So that's my reasoning behind it, and I'm going to treat these ones the exact same way. Instead of chopping these into 4s though, I'm only going to chop them in half because these rolls are significantly smaller than the other ones. So you're just going to do that to all of those, and then we're going to go ahead and just start putting it inside of the baking dish. Now, when you're putting these in here, go ahead though and make sure that you're kind of pressing it down a little bit into the apple pie filling. Of course, these are naturally going to rise up, and they're kind of going to gel into one big, Cinnabon anyway. But the reason why you want to kind of press down, first of all, so that it can start to soak in some of the juices from the apples, but also so that the pieces of this dough are baked throughout the apples and not necessarily just like resting on the top of it, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna do this for all of it. I will look up the measurement on what size baking dish this is, because this is actually the perfect size dish for this particular recipe. I mean, it worked out perfectly, especially if you cut your dough the way I said. So I'll make sure that I leave that on the screen for those of you that are going to ask that question. So once you get them all in there, go ahead and put it in the oven at 350 degrees. I would say put it in there for about 30 to 35 minutes or until golden brown. You know how your oven works. Keep an eye on it. Treat it just like you would any other type of Cinnabon recipe, okay? So, you know, once it's golden brown, then that's when you can go ahead and take it out. You don't need to put any aluminum foil over it or any extra butter or oil. That's it. It's just that simple. You know, it doesn't take much time at all to kind of put this together, but when it comes out of the oven, it's going to look as if you've done something amazing. So just give me a second and let me pull it back out of the oven and look at God. See what I mean? Now, you know that don't make no damn sense. The inside of my house smelled so good. So what I did with the icing was, like I said, I took both of the icings, combined them together, and now I'm just going to drizzle it over the top. And just like that, you have made yourself a Cinnabon apple bake. Just that simple. It'll be great for brunch. People will love it around the holiday time. You're not slaving in the kitchen, you know, dicing up a bunch of apples, making cinnamon rolls from scratch. Ain't nobody got time for that around the holiday times, okay? Look, if you are new to my channel, welcome to Simply Food by TY. If you're one of my returning subscribers, well, y'all babies know I love y'all so, so very much. And as always, y'all babies stay cute and take care. Bye, guys.
Slaying in the kitchen.
Simply Food by TY.
We hope that you enjoyed it.
Simply Food by TY. If you haven't took the time, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Simply Food.